Did you want to give it a clap? Or?
Just a clapper.
Oh, we could do the clap. Yes, there we go. That's what that would be for.
Let's all go to the movie.
Panharmonicon presents a podcast.
What's going on?
Trey. Squirrel?
I thought you were going to continue.
No,
Yeah.
the way you were leaning into it, I was like, oh, he's got something on the tip of his tongue.
I think it was more of a, do I talk now?
Oh, please.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Panharmonicon Studios Presents
A movie podcast.
Yes, sir. I am one of your hosts, Damon.
This is Andrew.
And this is Farron.
And today we are going to be covering 1993's Meteor Man, starring Robert Townsend, directed by Robert Townsend, produced by Robert Townsend.
Written by
Robert Townsend.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He's also the janitor.
He was a lot of things. He's one of my heroes. I really love Robert Townsend.
Yeah.
Before we get into Robert Townsend, if I have not said that name enough, what you fellas been up to? How you been? What's been going on in between shoots?
SCG Con was good. I traded cards for the first time in my Magic career.
What?
So like that was the first time I'd given. Well, I guess that's not true. At least at a convention, that was the first time I sold cards.
Oh,
So I got 3 cards and spent $8 of my real money, and the 2 cards that I didn't pay for were valued at $135, I think.
jeez.
So I did not wheel and deal significantly, but we traded in some stuff I didn't use
Yeah.
for some stuff that I'll hopefully use.
What was the name of that $8 card that you got?
Void Winnower. So that was kind of a little bit of a steal. It was kind of, I think we saw it for $20, but it was pretty damaged on the back. So they just had it at $8, and I was like, I don't care about condition. I'm
playing with him.
exactly.
not
This
collecting
could
them.
be double sleeved. Don't care about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just wanted to give the people a report on how it went.
SCG Con, consider it successful?
Oh yeah.
How did the games go after?
I think we only played 1 or 2 more because I went home at 6:30, I think.
Okay.
Tried to keep it close to dinner time just because I'd been there for I think 8 hours at that point. And I was like, I'm starting to yawn, so let me just be a responsible adult and go home.
Yeah, that's a shift at a job.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, it was good. Didn't get to play any CEDH that I was hoping to, but I mean, the crew that we got together was more low power, so it's just hanging out, slinging cardboard. Nothing wrong with that. So
Nothing wrong with that at all.
mm-hmm.
I do want to say, though, because I know you didn't get a chance to make it,
I didn't.
but there was this really awkward experience at Chipotle. So I wasn't there. So I met up with them at lunchtime. So they were at Chipotle.
The Fountain Square.
The Fountain
right?
Square,
Yes.
yeah, Chipotle. And, well, actually, kind of 2 crazy things. One is, we went over... So there's a City Bird right next to Chipotle. Had no idea there's a City Bird at Fountain Square at all.
They've been there apparently 4 years.
Yeah.
Because we were like, oh, this is new? She's like,
Yeah.
no, we've been here for 4 years.
Yeah, oh, okay. But also, it's super sad because she was saying... She came out to tell us that they're going to be closing early that day, 3 o'clock, because one of their workers got killed.
Oh,
Yeah. Wild.
2 weeks prior, and it was
Yeah, man.
a personal attack. It was specifically for this person that this
a
armed
hit out
person-
on him? That's crazy.
Either that or it was personal beef or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was 3 cops just kind of chilling outside.
Yep. Posted.
Yeah.
Oh, because it had happened at the
Yes, at the City Bird,
It happened
yeah.
at the
Okay.
City
Yeah,
Bird,
so they were like closed for a week, and then they were doing like reduced hours, and then so they're back to like full hours. But it was like the next week they were going back to like
yeah, man,
That's
8.
a wild thing.
right?
Yeah, and she got like kind of choked up about it.
Yeah.
I
which
could
is
imagine. Just
right.
like if you were just at work and then that happened. Like,
Yeah. Nuts.
ugh.
The other thing is that, and this one is more, I guess, to like fight off that very sad event that happened. There was this dude who ended up. I saw him at one point. He was walking with some lady. He circles around Fountain Square. He comes back, and then he sits over at the tables at Chipotle because like once City Bird closed, we just shifted back over to the Chipotle seats. And so he sits at a table behind us, and he just starts going off. Dude, he just starts yelling about God knows what. And it sounds like something about a court case. He's just going off. But then, I'm sorry, I just thought this was so funny. Is at one point, we're trying not to look at him, and you just hear, "Hey, something, man. I'm trying to take my jelly beans." And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, did he really just say something about jelly beans? I'm like, surely I misheard that. But then I look over, and he's got three fingers, and he's got like 4 jelly beans. And he's like,
Then he just throws a chair and then just walks away. Right?
just
You know what? I can understand that.
Yeah.
If it was like a thing of Starburst jelly beans, I'd be upset if somebody was trying to take my jelly beans too, though.
that you would like take your chair in public at a restaurant and fling it.
Hey, my chair's Chipotle's chair, so I can do the
You
dramatic.
know what?
Just
Okay.
Yeah, there you
done
go.
with this. Just launch it.
Took my lemon.
And they could take the lemon ones, but you can't take my
Okay,
strawberry.
that I am glad to know that, because I know there are a lot of people who are like, they only like the lemon, and I'm like, damn, how do you not like strawberry? That one blows my mind.
Like specifically the Starburst jelly beans, or just
Like
like,
of the
Starburst in
original
general?
Starburst flavors, they're
Oh.
like, lemon's the best, and so they won't eat like cherries or strawberry.
Wow.
Yeah.
More for me, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, they probably haven't, but I've never seen flavor yellows or flavor oranges.
Right? Yeah, I've never seen that either.
There's flavor reds for a reason. They're
Right.
the best ones.
Do they have flavor blues?
Starburst? I
No,
don't
'cause
think so.
I don't think they only got like 2 blue flavors.
The
unfortunate.
maybe had like a tropical run at some point, so there might have been like a blue there.
Ooh.
I'm just in my mind palace seeing like a
Like there's blue raspberry, and then it's like blue. It's like a tropical blue.
Yeah, I want to say it's like pineapple or coconut, like
Yeah.
something crazy.
Isn't that like some kind of dragon fruit type thing?
I think dragon
wanna
fruit's
Google it?
purple. Man, with the computer. The tip is
How are you
his
doing?
fingers.
I always.
The tip of his finger. I am doing okay.
Okay, just okay.
Just okay. I'm actually a little bit under the weather right now. A little bit of tummy issues. But other than that, pretty good. I think since the last saw you, well, me and you, Farron, we went to go see I Love Boosters.
Yes.
Very, very fun movie by Boots Riley,
Ooh,
the maker of Sorry to Bother You. And just a very fun, like, just... So, I had already known... I wanted to see it, like, the instant I saw the trailer. Like, the trailer
Okay.
dropped, and one of the things that really sticks out is that he's got this very strong use of color. He himself has multiple times said, if you're going to see this movie, you need to see it in theaters because it's the only real way to see like the colors pop on the screen.
okay.
So there are a lot of monochromatic scenes, and it's great because it's one of those few times that someone's using monochromatic without using black and white.
Oh,
So it's like, here's a scene where everything in it is green.
that's cool.
Here, everything is yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the like main characters, they have tons of different outfits. But typically whenever they're wearing an outfit, it is generally of one color. And it sometimes might be dichromatic and be like 2 colors, like red and blue.
Mm-hmm.
Any way to make it match and just pop. And go from this concept of just this group of girls boosting, like aka like stealing clothes to sell them, and then it just goes off the hinges, and it doesn't stay off the, like, it doesn't come back onto the hinges. It stays off the hinges the entire time, and it's like in our like little mini review of it, I likened it to a roller coaster ride. It's like you're going up, but you just keep going up.
Yeah.
Because every single time that you think like it's about to come itself back down, it's like, nope, here's something new.
Yep.
And honestly, more movies need to be like that. I think we've really gotten into like the I call it the EA-ification of movies, which is if you don't recall, back in like 2011, 2012 maybe, EA, the video game company, I forget who the CEO was at that time, but he stated that games like Mirror's Edge, which they had just put out, they try not to do because they don't sell. And they know that like Madden sells. So you'll get a Madden every year, but you may only get a Mirror's Edge every like 8 years or something like that. And I feel like we're at that point with movies where Marvel made it so like Marvel set up such a system that everyone's like, we got to follow the Marvel method. Yeah. And as a result, experimental movies are just hard to like come by, it feels like. And I feel like a lot of the movies that I've enjoyed over the past like maybe 5-6 years have been those like smaller, like experimental concept movies, like whether it be something from like A24 or in this case, like Boots putting out something.
So, what do you think? Creating a Marvel system, like what? Like, I guess, do you truly feel that Marvel did that? Like that solely because that was something they intended to do, or do you think that was just like an accidental byproduct of what they were doing at the time, like the universe they were building?
I would say that they stumbled into it. I think if you look at that first slate of early Marvel movies, like Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, I'd probably say all the way up to Guardians. They're very different. Like, to some degree, they are very different movies from one another. But then it feels like after a certain period, they realize like they don't have to be all that different. They can just change the main character and give the villain the main character's powers. And if it didn't, it helps them that Marvel already has that in the comic books. So it's like, well, we'll just do more of that. Yeah. And then slap some jokes and some like banter in between if it's multiple characters and just send it on its way.
You know, that's a good point. I just feel like that's just something, I guess, that comes with commodifying art. Like, because I guess when you think about it, man, it's, if you were, take any person in like wealth management and you knew there was this, you knew there were a series of like stocks that you could invest in and you could consistently expect this return by doing this exact thing, you're probably going to continue to do that one thing. Yeah. And because you know what to expect from it, you found your formula, and then you're just going to go ahead and exploit that until that formula doesn't work anymore. And then that formula forces you to reevaluate what those options are and how you're investing your money, and then you pivot. And so it just sucks because like you do want to see more experimental things. Like it sucks to think about with this movie. And I only say this just because when I logged into Fandango, I know we had talked about like other movies we wanted to see. And when I look at the Fandango list, I had assumed that basically when you open up the page, whatever you see at the front, those are the movies that are selling. Either it's the movie that's coming out that week or it's what's selling the most. Because I was scrolling through, dude, and I just kept going to the right. I just kept moving past all these movie titles. Things that I hadn't even heard of before. I've never seen trailers before, but they're actually like original films coming out this year. But then I Love Boosters was all the way at the end, which almost kind of suggests to me that it's on its way out of the theaters already, and it literally just had its wide release last week. Now, I could just be misinterpreting what that means. But the Michael movie was actually ahead of it in that list, which made me assume that it's doing better. So it's like, hey, people, remember that the Michael Jackson movie's out. Fuck, I Love Boosters. And it just sucks because you're coming about seeing it in theaters. Like, I'm so glad that we did, because I guess I wouldn't have known this if we'd waited until it was on streaming. But seeing that the colors, dude, the color themes that you talk about was incredible. Like, it was seriously just like a visual feast. And it's to think that so many people won't be able to see that because it's like, oh, you didn't hit this mark in 7 days. Bye.
Is it really on its way out, or is that just like the
I don't
setup?
think it's on its way out. I think it actually just didn't have a wide release.
Oh, okay.
So I thought that this was this. I thought that May 22nd. What do you mean, like?
Not a full, like, it had its full release. I just don't think it hit as many theaters as like most movies typically do.
Is it like a smaller production company since it's more?
I forget who
Indie?
actually did the production on this. But I know, like, seeing through Twitter, because I follow Boots, and he likes to retweet something fierce. A lot of people are in areas where it just never came out.
Whoa.
And, like, people are like, I gotta go, like, a town over
Yeah.
just to be able to see this movie.
Okay, that's
Wild.
yeah. The Coup. So his production company. That's what
okay.
it's called. Yeah.
And then do we have a blue starburst?
Yeah. So the answer in the blue starburst bag is that there is no blue themed starburst bag, unfortunately.
Oh,
They
bag.
do make a
Okay.
mention that, yeah, because I was thinking about, like, I don't know if they call them Starburst All Stars or some shit, but it's like the bag of all Reds, and it's just various flavors of Reds.
That's
I
the
was
flavor
hoping
Reds.
that. So there's no flavor blues, I guess. Yeah, it said that you could find blue. That's the thing about Google, and especially with it using AI. You're just not understanding. Maybe I just need to figure out how to better ask the question. But it was like, well, you can get a blue flavored Starburst in the sour bag. I'm like, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking if you have a bag that is
Just
all
blue.
a range of blue flavors.
Yeah, I don't think they have a Oops All Blues with Starburst.
Good grief. But yeah. So,
That's
well, I hope you feel better, man.
Yeah.
Also,
That seems to be some stuff's going around.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll get there. But I got a game for you, fellas.
Oh.
Is it the one we know and love? I guess there's two.
There are two, you know. This one is me taking a poorly described. It's not a Damon original.
Oh.
This one I got from the Reddit. In this one, I yank a badly explained movie plot from the subreddit of similar name, and I give it to these two fellas to see if they can figure out what it is. And in today's brain teaser, a New York-based woman in Australia has adventures with a guy who is basically a collection of stereotypes and is closely associated with a reptile.
Okay. Are you done?
Yeah.
Is that it?
That was it.
Can you start from the top?
A New York-based woman in Australia has adventures with a guy who is basically a collection of stereotypes and is closely associated with a reptile.
Is it failure to launch?
It is not.
Is it? Was it? No, Kangaroo Jack didn't have a woman.
Is this supposed to sound like Crocodile Dundee?
That's what I was going to think that you were going to go. So
Yeah.
when you said failure to launch, I was like, whoa, you just skipped right on past.
Because there's always the red herring that you want it to be, but then you're like, there's no way that's that thing, so we got to take a hard left.
Well, to be honest, like I rethought about the reptile part because I thought you were saying that he's part reptile.
Oh.
So he's not part reptile.
He's not
He's
part-
not.
Closely
He's
associated.
just closely associated with a reptile.
Or is he friends with a reptile?
Yeah, he's closely associated with the reptile.
Can we have a year, please?
1990.
Whoa.
He's closely, and it's who's the main character? Is it the guy who is the reptile association person, or is it the woman from New York?
Both.
So they
Yeah.
equally share.
A duotagonist.
Drop overboard.
I've never heard of that movie, but no.
Oh,
Maybe that's 80s. I thought it was Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn.
That's not Splash. No, it's Splash. Tom Hanks.
Splash is the one where there's the mermaid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Hanks. Tom
Okay.
Hanks and Daryl Hannah, I think.
Okay.
Um,
But is Overboard the Disney movie with Kurt Russell?
no. I'll put a little thing in here, but and just so everybody knows, because if you do catch the angle where you can see my laptop, it'll be blurred out. But I am not looking up the answer.
oh, you blur out your laptop. That's smart.
Yeah.
Can't have the people know.
Can't other people know I have like Rotten Tomatoes tabs open.
Can we, I think this is kind of a gimmick, but can we get the genre, please?
Sure. It is a animated action adventure.
Animated
action adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
Little Mermaid. Nope. That's not. I'm just gonna start rattling
No,
off.
go for it,
man.
yeah.
Aladdin. Nope.
So-
92.
Rugrats?
Let's remember this Australia part.
Yeah, Rugrats in Paris is not in Australia.
What is the name of that one movie where it's they're all humans? Like
That
the
the name
woman
of the
from New
movie?
York. The woman. No. What?
I mean, maybe they're not.
Steven
It-
Spielberg.
It's
They're all
animated.
humans.
But is it
Even the dogs are humans.
yeah. The main characters, so the lady from New York and Australia, and the Australian guy who's a lizard liker.
There are
Are they-
people in this movie.
Sounds like a slur.
Freaking
Freaking lizard liker, get out of here.
You lint liquor.
There are both humans and animals in this movie.
Okay, animated.
But are the
1990?
main characters that you're referring to in this poor synopsis, are they human?
I think everyone but the lizard
No.
or the reptile. Oh,
Okay. So our main characters are not human.
Wow.
And they're
Okay.
closely associated. Closely associated.
Is it Godzilla?
Is it a musical?
I
Or is this-
wouldn't call it a musical.
Wouldn't
Do
call
they-
it a musical.
Yeah. Do they? Is
I
the
said I
song
wouldn't-
sung?
I mean, there are songs in it, but it's not a musical.
So the characters in there are singing it. They're not like, God.
No. Especially not that part.
I was like, I've been dogging on you. I can't jump at that one.
We are running out of time here, so we're
Yeah,
approaching
what?
the minute mark here. And also, just as a little side note, Overboard. Yes, Kurt Russell, Goldie Hawn, 1987.
87. Okay.
You're very close.
Oh.
You've been getting there.
Oh no.
When
I can
was
tell that
getting
you
there?
seem to think that you know what it might be. I think you just don't know what the name of what it is that you're thinking about is.
Is the reptile a cool person? It's an alligator, isn't it? And he comes out of a. He's like in a.
Is it Peter Pan?
No.
I guess Neverland and not Australia.
Shoot.
Is it a Disney movie?
It is a Disney movie.
Is it Disney?
What's in 90s?
Oh.
What's the no, Lion King's Africa. Little
That's what they
Mermaid
want you
2.
to think.
Yeah.
Little Mermaids in Africa?
No. I said Little Mermaid 2, like just to
Like
be
that sequel to
yeah, just to be a goober. Yeah, the Australia part, that's really
Yep, that's.
oh, is it Wild Thornberries?
It's not Wild Thornberry.
Oh, it's a Disney
yeah.
movie. We already confirmed.
The Australia part led into the title of the movie. And you were so close. You went The Little Mermaid, and then you skipped this movie to go to Aladdin, which is the next movie. It is 1990s The Rescuers Down Under.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have.
Yeah, there's
I
no
wouldn't
way.
have.
Is that like a Chip and Dale or
No, so The Rescuers is an original like 1986, 80, no, maybe earlier than that, like 83 movie.
oh okay.
And Chippendale Rescue Rangers takes the concept of the Rescuers, but isn't set in the universe of the Rescuers.
Gotcha.
And then, like almost like 7 years later, they decided to make a sequel to the Rescuers.
Let's go back to this.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm on Google here. I'm looking for this reptile, dude. I don't see no reptiles.
He's like a I don't like a skink. Skink is a reptile, right?
Yeah, blue tongued or otherwise.
What am I? Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Nope. I remember that guy. Yeah, I remember that face looks very familiar.
There you go.
Okay. Oh man.
We'll put it in post.
Also,
Look
the
at
first
that.
one actually came out in 1977.
Damn.
So
Wow.
they
13
reached pretty
years
far,
later.
far back for it.
Wow.
Rescuers Down Under.
The Wild West.
Wow,
Dude,
wow.
you've been kind of
killing us.
bludgeoning us.
Yeah,
man.
that's what, 3 L's in a row?
Yeah. That's all right.
I'm sure you got the next one.
We will rise again.
But
You know
with
who
our
else
little
raised
brain teaser out of the way,
Yeah.
we now move on to our feature
Presentation.
Let's
Let's go.
Presentation.
Fresno.
Fresno.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
California. So,
Oh, that's in
today's...
California?
Is it? Okay,
Oh.
now I got to Google that.
Damn.
What is Fresno?
Where's
California?
Fresno? Yeah,
I'm
where's
pretty- I
Fresno?
thought-
Fresno should be in California.
Okay.
Meteor Man. Today's
Meteor
feature
Man.
presentation, Meteor Man. So, in Meteor Man, an unassuming teacher, Jefferson Reed, lives and works in an urban area plagued by a tough gang called the Golden Lords. When a falling meteor hits Jefferson, he discovers that he has gained numerous superpowers. Encouraged by his father and mother, Jefferson sets out somewhat awkwardly to become a crime-fighting hero. While he manages to improve his community, he finds out that his powers aren't limitless, making his efforts more challenging.
I just love all the baby lords.
The big
Just
lords.
like,
The baby
like there was
lords.
just
Such
like
a
so
wild-
many generations of people just coming out.
Yes. Oh man.
Released in August 6th of 1993, which means that it came out a month before Dazed and Confused, the movie we did last week. Had a budget of $20 million and a box office of $8 million.
Oh,
Yep.
Felt that one.
I actually put that in my. It was like $8 million. Ouch. 27% versus 37% critics versus audience at Rotten Tomatoes. 5.4 out of 10 on IMDb and a 2.7 out of 5 at Letterboxd. We went over a fair number of these movies already last week. Much like Dazed and Confused, this movie also didn't stand a chance because the summer of '93 was pretty hot. The Fugitive was killing it. Rising Sun, Free Willy, Jurassic Park, and In the Line of Fire were the top 5 earners. This movie was like 22nd, I believe, in earnings. So if you remember the movies I said last week, they are pretty much the same ones, with the exception of Dazed and Confused, which had not been out yet.
Okay.
So I don't know how much you looked into this movie.
Well, so there was some stuff I know that you had talked about before, so I didn't delve super deep into it because I know there were things that I definitely hadn't known before we had this conversation. But I think you had said something about it. It at one point he was a Marvel superhero character, right? There was like this
Correct.
Marvel crossover with Meteor Man.
Meteor Man was technically a Marvel character.
Okay, and was that preceding the movie or was that after the
It
movie
was
was released?
after the movie was released. So
Okay.
after the movie was released, Marvel put out basically a comic book version of the movie itself, like retelling of it, and then made a sequel.
whoa.
6-issue limited series. And it's in that he has crossovers with Spider-Man and Night Thrasher. And as far as the Marvel Universe is concerned, he is a member of the 616 Marvel Universe.
Whoa.
So
Interesting. So, how did they handle? So, everyone knows, spoiler alerts, and we do this often, jumping to the end of the movie, he's losing his abilities.
Yes,
so
yes.
what is how
So-
does the sequel handle that?
In the very first issue, he actually goes out to Arizona, where there is a new meteor, and he absorbs that meteor.
Does he allow it to hit him just like it did in the alley
No,
in
it's
this
already
movie?
it's already link landed, and there's there's like a company that also wants that meteor because they know about how he got his powers.
Yeah.
But he gets that and is permanently
Meteored.
up, and he's actually even stronger than he was in the movie.
Whoa. So
But he has all the same powers as he had in the movie. They're just like amplified.
Well, that's
Very cool.
that's crazy because
But I mean, he has
his
like
powers
all the
are
powers.
wild. Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
I reckon that Meteor Man is like if we were to go in like a Marvel like power scaling type
He's
deal,
top 10.
like he's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
That
Like I don't know how like energy manipulation works with him, but everything else says that he's pretty. Like I mean, he's got super strength.
Right.
He can fly.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know. Like we know he has super speed.
Yeah. Right.
He can talk to
X-ray.
animals.
Yep.
He's got X-ray vision. He's got
Heat vision.
telekinesis.
Yep. Freeze, frost breath. The ability to imbue life
Yeah.
into
Other
Soil.
soil and other things. The ability to he has to have some energy manipulation because he took the power out of
out of
Mr.
Simon's
Boss. Yeah.
So
Gold leader.
he is like I'd almost say that he might be like Sentry strong.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because the other thing to consider is that he doesn't seem like he was basically the powers that he stumbled upon. It's not because he was trying to experiment with what he could do. It was just sort of accidental. And so he was like, oh, I accidentally stumbled upon this and found out that I can do it. And then maybe he tries to refine it. So I am curious, could he, if he tried, project energy blast from his hands or something like that?
Do like a Kamehameha.
Oh, dude, could you imagine? Just like,
That'd be pretty sick.
You probably could.
Yeah.
There was there never was a I can't do something.
Right.
It was literally just like, let me try it, and then he just does it.
yeah.
There's never just like,
Yeah.
oh, that didn't work. It was just always just like, so it's kind of no wonder that he burned through the power so quickly because he was just constantly just trying out everything.
Mm.
But it's like I said, it was produced, written, directed, starred. It's 100% creation by Robert Townsend.
Okay, so this is like Meteor Man is his create. Oh, that must be really. That must feel cool to them. Be like, oh, I'm in Marvel, bitch.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And he's so just a little bit about Robert. He's a comic. He's throughout the 80s. He's one of those like examples, in my opinion, of someone who's like, when Hollywood tells you no, you take it upon yourself to get it done. One of his first movies was that he did on his own was Hollywood Shuffle, a movie I hope we do eventually. He's big. He was friends with the Wayans, and that comes through with like Hollywood Shuffle, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker, things like that. He goes on to do Meteor Man. He eventually does The Parenthood, which was a sitcom that he produced, directed and created himself. That was on the WB network. I feel like today he doesn't get the props that he really deserves, just simply because so much of his stuff was back then, and I think a lot of people just don't recognize what he did now. Like 5 Heartbeats, like he's
Robert Townsend is impressive
Yes.
as hell.
Very much
he's
so.
Crazy.
I also learned that he auditioned for Saturday Night Live in '81, I believe, and he lost out to, of all people, Eddie Murphy, the one person that probably is the only reason that he didn't get it.
We only got room for one black guy.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like if it had been any other year, he would have gotten. Yeah, the 1 year that Eddie Murphy was also auditioning.
Hey,
Just
Robert,
happened to
we
be
got
the
room
winner
for
in
2
there, so-
now. You want in? You mentioned the Wayans brothers, and this is something that I was thinking about, especially once we shifted. Because another spoiler alert: next week, do your homework. We will be covering Blank Man. was it intended for this to be some kind of like growing universe of like black superheroes?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I tried to look into it because I was wondering the same thing because of the very fact that like they are friends.
Yeah, and it comes out a year later,
and it comes out like almost
1 year
exact
later.
year
Wow,
later.
Yeah.
But Robert made Meteor Man because he didn't see black superheroes, whereas Damon made Blank Man because he didn't. He was disillusioned with Batman '89 and wanted something that was more of the Batman '66.
So is that why? I mean, I guess spoilers for next week. Is that why they had like that's why they were watching it in the beginning? That's cool.
Like his thought process was, what if Batman wasn't rich and was instead like the exact opposite, someone who's had to struggle to like do anything in life.
Yeah.
Do you think that any of the disillusionment came from what happened with Marlon and everything that was supposed to happen with him becoming Robin in that
It's
universe?
so hard to tell because he seemed from what I read, his disillusionment came from it being like this like serious shift, and like I'll talk about it now since I do find that interesting because when we were talking about Batman in '89, I remarked that from our standpoint of today, that movie does not feel nearly as serious as I think people took it when it came out in 1989.
Yeah,
and then hearing that from Damon makes me realize that like that probably is like why people had such visceral reactions to it and Batman Returns, and because their thought process was their Batman is Batman '66. He's the Bat Tootsie Wham Pow like shark repellent Batman. He's not this like you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight and pulling out pistols and shooting and running over people with Batmobiles, Batman. So I get like I was able to be more like I get it. I can see why you're like, oh, this is just like what they do to my boy.
For sure.
But when it comes to Meteor Man, I think he just wanted to make a more wholesome, like he wanted to make a black superhero, and he did.
Yeah,
I think that I can't remember, and if audience, if you know, feel free to correct me on this, but I think there's supposed to be some connection somewhere between the whole fact of him being Jefferson and Black Lightning also being Jefferson.
Oh, very cool.
And both being teachers.
Well, I read that he named him after his teacher, like his favorite teacher in school was, I guess the name was Jefferson Reed, but I guess I forgot that Black Lightning's name. Black Lightning's DC, right?
Yeah.
I shouldn't even ask that question. I should know that. I remember watching that show a little bit on CW. Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It had its moments.
Oh, yeah. Like they usually always do.
Yeah.
Fizzle out.
That one sadly a little bit earlier than some of the other CW movies. Or shows, I should say. But enough about DC, CW, and Marvel. This movie, those baby lords, like just... So, this movie has too many people in it.
The intro, I was like, what? How are they coming? I'm like, whoa, all right. Don Cheadle?
It was just name after name after name. It was just like, everybody's in this movie. James Earl Jones, Don Cheadle, Bill Cosby, who else? Another Bad Creation.
Cypress Hill
shows up in Naughty by Nature, Biz Markie, Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, Biz Markie was the guy in the Coke out in the Coke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So
yeah. No, I'm just
Eddie Griffin.
That's crazy.
Like
it's just Eddie Griffin. And there were even some people that I know, just growing up in our household, that I know were prominent figures in some sitcoms. But I just can't put a name to them. Namely, there is the woman who played one of the nurses who was helping to restore Jefferson when he originally got hit with the meteor. And it wasn't the really
Like the
sexy
young-
one.
yeah.
It was the
Oh,
other
that-
one.
The older lady.
was
I can
gonna say,
do whatever
'cause-
she does in a whole lot better.
The sexy one was Layla Rashawn.
Okay.
The older lady, I can't ever remember her name. She's
Layla
always
Rashawn. I was gonna say Robin Givens, but I'm like, I know
Nope,
it's not
that's
Robin
the next
Givens.
movie.
Exactly.
They do look a
exactly.
lot alike,
Yeah.
though. I always forget the name because I think she was in the Jeffersons, but I can just never remember that lady's name. There's also Jennifer Lewis and Charlene. Is it Woodley? I can't remember. But the two of the aunts from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
And I hate to take both of them down and be like, yeah, they were the aunts from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Right.
They both been in a lot of projects
Yeah.
and done a lot.
That's who that was. It was the other. Oh my gosh! It was the other news anchor,
Mhm.
right?
Wow. What a star.
She was also
Yeah, dude. It's-
she was also Nick Fury's wife in Secret Invasion.
Huh.
I never watched Secret Invasion.
Mhm.
That's amazing. I didn't hear great things about it, but
It wasn't good. It wasn't good, but she was good in it.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that as a very big fan of the actual comic book event, Secret Invasion,
Mhm.
it did such a disservice to it that
Oh, boy.
it should literally have just not existed.
Oh.
Like I wish, like the instant that one of them that the ID had popped up in one of their heads, that I magically appeared, so I could have just slapped it right back out of their head. So they never did it.
what are we talking about?
But, yeah.
Your next Marvel project.
Not that one.
Oh man, the Baby Lords. That was intense. It's been a little while since I've seen this movie, and I just remember I had such an affinity for it when I was a kid, dude. I really did enjoy this movie, and I still enjoyed it. You know, watching it now as an adult. And the Baby Lords, though, was something that I forgot was such like a prevalent group, like thing in subgroup of the Golden Lords. To do your first sight of them when they're like holding that woman in a half Nelson, and the other one's just rummaging through her purse. I'm like, whoa! And she like legitimately looked like she
Couldn't get out. Yeah,
Yeah.
like she couldn't just stand up and take her purse back.
You know that she was a tiny woman.
That's fair.
Because at first I
but
was like,
still.
"What are they doing to that girl?" And then I was like, "No, that's a grown woman."
grown woman.
And then she like got up. She wasn't much bigger than them when she ran away. And I was like, "Okay," but at the same time, those are like some 8-year-olds. Why
Yeah,
are you like
right.
to you?
Just push him over.
Yeah, dude, seriously, man. Just like tie his shoestrings together or something like that. He probably doesn't even know how to tie his shoes yet.
Wow.
You could probably get him.
I also like that it's the Golden Lords and the Baby Lords.
Yes.
Like there are no like Teen Lords,
Yeah,
adolescent
yeah.
lords. It's you're either a Golden Lord or you're a Baby Lord.
How is it though that it made me curious about just I don't know. I don't know of any regions that are, well, I shouldn't say I don't know of any. We all know some stories, but like in America, having a neighborhood where it's just kind of known that these like 4 to 7-year-old kids,
Just terrorize the street.
and
Yeah.
no one cares.
I guess they cared. They just didn't do anything about it.
I mean, that's
Well, I guess
crazy,
that's
dude.
caring.
Like it's one thing to be scared into submission, especially when it's just like young adults. It's a whole other thing when you see your youth being flipped and they're coming home with lunch boxes full of $100 bills, and you're just like, well, I guess I can't say nothing. It's like, dude, he's 5, man. Just like, I don't know, just take away his Power Ranger toys or some shit. He's probably gonna cave.
Just lock the door.
Yeah,
he
man,
probably
he
can't
doesn't-
leave.
He's not strong enough to do that.
Yeah, but if the word gets out, then Debo comes and he was just break down the doors to get him back.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I don't think did you name Tiny Zeus Lister as one of the many people
I
that
didn't
are in
name
this
Tiny
film?
Lister
That's
as
how
one of
crazy this
the-
cast is. Is that you could?
Chris Tucker's also in this movie.
I had to look that up.
Really?
Yes,
Who
sir.
is he?
So
He's
when they're in
uncredited,
the
but-
mall,
Oh, okay.
when they're in the mall and
Michael.
Eddie's stolen the. I'm not just gonna name him Eddie. Eddie Griffin's
He's-
stolen the Meteor Man suit.
Yeah.
And that dude's just like Meteor Man.
Wow.
As soon as I heard that voice, I was like, "That's Chris
It
Tucker."
has to be, yeah.
Yeah. And so I was just sitting there waiting. I'm like, "Okay, show him."
They showed him
Show
for like
him.
the briefest seconds.
You saw him?
Yeah. There's a moment where they like walk back across the stage, and then you can see him. He's in like a blue and gray like jacket. You can see it's like so brief because they walk past so quick, but you can see him even like he starts to say Meteor Man again, and you can see him like bring the mic up to his mouth.
I told you you could fly. You didn't even believe me.
Oh my gosh. Oh no, I gotta look that up again. I love me some Chris Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
Like Chris Tucker and like, I mean, Rush Hour movies, you know, again, as a kid, it's... Yeah, that blew my mind though. I want to... There were some things about the movie where I couldn't help but think to myself, wow, like I see certain things that I feel like other directors in the future, even just like 10 years down the line, maybe would have been inspired by. So again, kudos and hats off to Robert Townsend, dude. Like, that dude can seemingly do just about anything. But I bring that up because like the whole scene of him figuring out what his suit was going to look like, it for some reason reminded me of Spider-Man when he's doing all the drawings in his notebook about like, oh, this is what I could do, and he like scraps it and he's throwing out all these pictures. And even though in that movie you don't see him actually try on these suits, it made me think of that. There's also the scene with Tiny Zeus Lister. I forget what his character is named in the movie, but when he has his cast on and then he rips it off, I'm like, Fast and Furious? The Rock?
But The Rock
Yep.
flexed his off.
Yes.
So,
Well, he like kind of
Well, he kind of started
well,
it.
like he,
flex, right?
yeah, like I was gonna say,
like,
The Rock just like flexed and then he pulled off.
Yeah.
Like Zeus, he had to go like, then he yanked it off just to break everything else like immediately after.
Right.
Oh, he got one leg. One leg is still okay, I think.
I think it's just because he couldn't hold himself up to then kick. So
I was hoping he would just kind of like swing it.
yeah, just like a little breakdance move.
It could have gone a step further when he like when he bit him. I was expecting him to like turn and like start spitting out teeth.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad you brought that up because I thought the exact same thing. I was just kind of waiting for him to just spit that out. Do you guys when you were watching it, this is a scene again as a kid that for whatever reason just scared the shit out of me when he's hit by the meteor. So and him absorbing that, dude. I think the movie came out. I was 4.
I wrote in my notes. I was like, I don't remember this movie being a comedy when I was a kid, but I was like, this is clearly a comedy. And then that scene happened, and I was like, oh, my memory is hitting me now. That's why I didn't think this was a comedy when I was a kid, because that is nearly Guyver level.
Yeah, no, it was pretty nasty.
Absolutely.
Because it was 3rd-degree burns. That's what they were saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when he touches the book, and he was like, actually,
that's another power of his ability to just touch a book.
How do we forget that
for 30 seconds?
For 30 seconds.
Why is that the only limit one? That's the only one that has a limit out of all the powers.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, not the growing these oversized tomatoes and they just stay that size for like 30 seconds and then just back down to a regular tomato. Just your ability to hold on to that knowledge. Which did make for one of my favorite scenes in a superhero. Yes. In a superhero film, dude. The way that Simon looks at him after he catches the book. It's like the way he settles into his look when he peers at him is just amazing. And them going back and don't touch my hair. And the look on the henchman's face, like when like Don Cheadle's in the center. One of the guys on the right, he's that dude who had like the buzz cut, but like the front of his hair was kind of guile.
Yeah.
He has this very sort of like confused amusement on his face, like he's very much enjoying this, but he doesn't know if he should.
Yeah.
And to me, I wrote in my notes like it's reminiscent of, I don't know if you guys remember the scene from Avengers Endgame when they're going through that scene where everyone's at the table. It's like Scarlet Witch and Scott Lang and Thor's there, but they're at the Avengers compound and Thor is up telling some story, but he's just rambling through it. I don't know if you remember that scene. Like, it's after, like, Tony Stark, and he's kind of, like, rambling through. He's talking about how his, like, mom died and whatnot. He's going through some story, but then everyone is, like, bored of the story or just, like, annoyed with what's happening, except for Scott. And he just has this amused look on his face where he's just like, yeah, like he's just enjoying hearing the story. And that dude's face was just like that. And it was just, it melted my heart, man. It was just good to see.
Yeah, that movie is funny. Like, they're just so, like, I didn't think I would actually, like, laugh as much as I was, especially at James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones is actually funny in this movie. Between him deciding to like figure out those wigs to like just pulling out like that one that he sticks with for the rest of the movie.
Yes.
Which makes him look like if like Kid from Kid and Play was suddenly like 50 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. That is exactly what he looks like. So, question for you guys. When he was doing the suit try-on, was there any suit before the one he settled on where you were like, you should have went with that?
For just the amount, I guess, of like over encumbrance, it's the one that had like the 2 cameras on his shoulder. And he's just like, I don't have evidence. Now I do. That one, I think, was my favorite.
That one was amazing.
I also love the assumption that like that camera got
anything. Yeah, because there was no flash. It was just a Polaroid.
It's really like how close would he have to be to somebody? We were like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
we just.
Was anyone else confused though about the secret identity element of the film as to whether or not that actually even mattered?
Yeah, I was
didn't.
confused about a good chunk of things.
It so couldn't clearly matter because everyone saw him like he was already associated with the Meteor,
right?
Because that was in the news.
Yeah,
and then a big chunk of the neighborhood saw him get the powers. In fact, they basically just like started pimping him out as a superhero.
Yeah.
At that point, the Golden Lords very much knew who he was. Even like when they were at the school. And Simon was like, okay. And then Don Cheadle literally was like, no, but that was him.
Yeah,
he was,
right.
He was like, no.
Because they shot at him. Yeah. And then they saw it. Like, there was, 8 bullet holes in his person.
Like, just on the torso.
Yeah.
Like, let alone his arms.
Right.
The fact that the Meteor Man costume doesn't have a mask.
Yeah, it's just him.
So I don't understand this whole, like, a man dressed in green has been going around doing something like... He stood amongst the cops and the Bloods and the Crips.
Yeah.
Like for a photo op. I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
I also like that in this version of DC, there can be Bloods and Crips and the Golden Lords.
Right.
Like there's
and just like completely separate businesses. Yeah. The Golden Lords only deal in cocaine. That's their one thing.
Apparently.
Yeah.
The Golden Lords are... But, like... Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, I can understand if there was, like, this dedicated group of people that he trusted to keep a secret identity. And, like, they saw it, they knew about it, fine, that's whatever. But, like, one, to your point, it's in the newspaper. There is no mask on the outfit. Like, they literally shot him up, drove off, saw him get up, turned back around to continue to attack him. And it's like, people were just still confused. Like, I don't know who it is. He goes to the mall. He uses telekinesis to strip Michael of his clothes in front of the mall entrance. Mm-hmm. Then picks up the clothes and flies away. And we're talking about, oh, that's not
We don't know who it is.
Yeah, dude, like, what? I just mean, it's like one of those things where there's so many elements of the film that I enjoy so much. But I'm like, just do away with it. I don't even understand why you're having this conversation.
Yeah, I think they themselves kind of realized that point became like null and void, especially because like towards the end, I mean the I was about to call them the Vice Lords, the Golden Lords, like literally just come back to the neighborhood and they're like, we know it's you, dog. Just come on out here and let's get this like done.
I do have another question for you guys. I'm just generally curious. If you get a knock on your door and you walk outside one day and you know you've been having beef with a local gang and the gang leader is outside your door with all of his henchmen and he says, hey, I just want peace. But then you look around and on your block, there are 2 semi-trucks blocking your route out. They've also used Molotov cocktails to set cars on fire on the street. Would you even for a second believe?
I wouldn't go outside.
No.
I would go out the back.
Like I'll say that was at least that was his like true hero's journey. Was like, because I mean he was that like person who was like don't do anything, and eventually like became that person that's like even without powers like I'm still gonna like try and defend. But yeah, like I don't even know why he said that part, because it was like there were 4 actually. There were 2 on each there were 2 on each side, and then the car's on fire. And then he comes up to you, he's like, I'm just going to leave for New York, man. I'm like, no, I know you're not about to leave for New York. Why would I even believe that for a second?
You just ordered this 6-year-old to firebomb this 1992 Honda Accord. You really think I'm just going to be like, yeah, just shake it on, man. You catch the next flight.
I got ABC back here telling the circus trucks to come in. You think I'm about to believe that you leaving for New York? Well, y'all all about to pile back up in those trucks and leave?
We got our handshake. That's all we needed. Put out the fire.
Who's unfiring that car?
Yeah. That whole scene is just bonkers, though, dude. Man, like even for a moment, I kind of felt like they were trying to make what is his name, Ernest. So James Earl Jones' character in the movie Ernest. Like they were trying to make him out to be like the Batman to his Superman, because when he pulls the gun out and he's about to shoot him, and then that vinyl record hits his hand to make him drop the gun. Yeah. Honestly, I think outside of all the amazing things that Jefferson did in the film, that might be one of the most impressive throws I've ever seen.
For sure.
From a 4-story window.
And then he immediately gets caught in the window.
He was also like so casually like hanging outside the window.
Yeah,
he just like, kind of sitting there with his
He's just like, hell yeah, I'm cool as hell. Oh, he's pulling a gun on me. Oh shit.
And the only reason he wasn't shot at is because the dude Simon seemed to have taken pity on him. Right. that was such a goofy move. Yeah, so he's like, I'm just gonna let you die. Let the blood rush to your head. Yeah, you can go that way.
So, I don't even know how you do that. Like, how you get stuck in the window, like, trying to go backward out of it.
Do you guys think the shot of James Earl Jones' character like crying was necessary?
Was that when like he was heading down to the?
Yeah, it was before the discus throw.
I would say like to some degree it was essentially Jefferson's like morals rubbing off on everyone that was there. Okay. And because when he was headed downstairs, they were all hiding. Yeah. Which is like mirroring what he was talking about at the beginning, where it's like, don't fight, hide, run, and do whatever you can. And so here he is about to defend them, especially after they literally had just thrown him under the bus. Yeah. And said, like, none of this would have happened if Jefferson didn't start some stuff. And like, no, y'all told him he's got to be a superhero for y'all and defend. Y'all asking him to patrol three nights a week. Yeah. And now y'all saying, oh, it was his fault.
He didn't even want to do it at first. Yeah. Like, wasn't the only reason that he started really was because his parents. One of the women, though, so to your point about the shot, so they show James Earl Jones, but then there's another woman they show.
Like in the purple, like,
and I think she was the one who's kind of leading a lot of those conversations. Like, hey, we want to bring it out to other cities and do more work there. But isn't she the woman who got beat up and was carted out of the house when Jefferson came back that one day?
I'm pretty sure if it was her or if it was another old. There were a lot of old ladies in this.
There were. Yeah. But I thought it was. Because it was definitely someone who was, like, involved in that, like, committee or whatever, that town, or I guess block. Community center meeting, whatever they called it. But I thought that too. I thought it was her.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I figured that was her. And so, like, when you're talking about their morals rubbing off, I'm sure she probably felt bad as well. Yeah, I also think that it maybe was necessary. I'm assuming, though, you didn't feel like it was necessary.
I just thought it was too long. Oh, because because they really just lingered on him, just like weeping. Yeah, and then it's the next like scene. He's chucking a disc.
Is James Earl Jones.
Yeah, okay.
If you're paying for James Earl Jones, you're going to let him act as like, because that's his like bread and butter is like the emotional acting. I know we all know him as like Darth Vader, but like
Mufasa.
And Mufasa, right? Like these like faceless things, but like when he's in front of a camera, the man can act his ass off and emote like crazy. Like I've seen him in like just like on stage plays. It is insane like how like powerful he is as an actor. So I guess for me that like whole like taking the wig off and being just like I was like, that's James right there, man. I don't know what he's about to do. I can't remember what he's about to do because I ain't seen it for ages. But I was like, he's either about to do something or about to do nothing. But we got that emotion.
We got James be Jamin.
Because I like to your point about you're paying for James Earl Jones, so this is what you do. I noticed that he's one of the few people in the cast that actually has like a first and last name. And so it was one of the thoughts I had. Is like, I wonder if that's because he is James Earl Jones that he was like, no, I will have a
like
first
his
and last
character.
name. Yeah, because even Eddie Griffin, who plays Jefferson's like best friend,
just has a first
goes
name.
by Michael. Like there is no last name. His mom is referred to as Mrs. Reed. His dad, though, and I don't know what I know this actor from, but I know his dad is also like a prominent black actor. Has a first and last name, Ted Reed. But then everyone else is like Mrs. Harris, Goldilocks, Jameson. Jameson being Luther Vandross is another person.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Luther Vandross is just in this movie. And named Jameson. Never says his name. I don't even think he talks in this movie.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember. Does he? I thought he maybe said one thing to that woman who came down the stairs. When
I think he just went like this and like had his gun out.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Probably because it's Luther Vandross. And
Like,
would have been so funny if the person known for singing just doesn't say
a word.
Now and forever. Can you imagine him singing that as he's about to assassinate you?
I mean, I guess if I had to go out.
Dude,
hear Luther singing.
I think that would probably be one of the more cozier deaths. And if somebody told me, it's like, man, like that's how you're gonna go out, I'd be like, okay, I guess I'm here for it. Like that's Luther Vandross to sing to me before he shoots me in the head. Yeah. And I get to choose what song?
Oh, so here and now, baby.
Here and now.
Just the first. Not even the full song.
Not even the whole song. I guess at that point I'd be upset. I'd be like, dang, I ain't get the
Come on,
song.
man.
Just like wake up and you're in heaven. You're like, shit. Dang it, Jameson. Oh, man.
But any last thoughts?
I wish they didn't go so goofishly muscular with the suit. Like, just make it the gray. Don't put all those... there were just the goofy padded muscles that were added, and I just think were a little over the top. But it also was something, though, that made me think about, like, Superman and, like, the goofiness of, like, the color scheme of Superman. Because that is something that I think we see as a conversation with James Gunn and David Cornsweet Superman a lot. And I saw this come up again in a reel that I saw on Instagram a few days ago. Because it was a clip, I think, from Supergirl, where Superman is talking to her and says, like, yeah, I know the colors are bright, but it's so people know that we're the good guys. And so it was this thought that I had, like, well, like, dang, that suit, that Meteor Man suit is so goofy. But at the same time, it's almost kind of feels like that's like that Superman-esque nature of it. Like the trunks on the outside, I'm wearing underwear. You see it. They're bright red. This giant emblem, very bright colors. I have this, it's a gray muted for the most part, but I have all these fake, goofy, big muscles that almost kind of looks like I just took pillows. Way different than the Batman muscles that we see sewn into the rubber. But, you know, it looks literally like they just took little, like, pillows you would get for, like, an airplane and just pushed them into his biceps. But, again, maybe they were going for kid-friendly. This is somebody that, despite his powers and abilities, that you wouldn't fear running up to him because he looks like a clown.
Okay.
I mean, except for the vibrant colors, I guess. But
I think if Batman hadn't done it first, it probably wouldn't have been like a padded suit. I'm assuming if like Superman was the one to go off of, then it would have just been like that, like just normal. Like the problem really is that Christopher Reed can like fill out the Superman suit. Is like Robert probably couldn't really fill out the Meteor Man suit, but I think by like then seeing like the Batman suit that has those like exaggerated muscles. You're like, oh well, we'll just do it here. My problem with the suit is I don't like the color scheme, and it sucks because green is my favorite color, and I'm like, green and gray is not.
Green is your favorite color?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen you wear green.
I don't wear green. I don't think it looks good on me, but it is my favorite color.
Interesting.
Green and gray does not a superhero suit make. That is very much so like
does not a superhero suit make?
Yeah, that's like a super.
It's
villain, like color scheme. If it had been like maybe either green or white, or maybe like green and like black, like the Green Lantern suit, it would have worked. But that green and just like granite gray was very like just no bueno. And like when I've seen it in like the Marvel like comics, it also doesn't look.
Oh really?
all that good. It just looks like a boulder
with some moss on it.
Yeah,
dude, I was about to say the same. Yeah, those are my. I enjoy it. I still enjoy me some Meteor, man. Yeah. You guys ready for that little ceremony? It's a pretty big award ceremony. It's getting bigger here in the country. It's making waves. It's called the Panharmonicon Awards. How many Panharmonicons would you give Meteor Man?
Oh yeah, I can go first. Yeah,
I thought he was looking at you. That's what I was
I
saying.
was, yeah. But then also I was like, is he going to take that look? Am I looking at him sexy enough?
Yeah, you're smoldering enough. Anyway, I would give it a 3. There was some points that I didn't put together until now, so maybe it should be a 3.5. But like when they took a picture of him and like they showed it, and then he was a meteor, I was like, is this going to come back into play? Like, what's going to happen? And then I was like, oh, maybe it's because whenever it was punching him, they were just punching a rock. So that makes more sense. Like, they were punching a meteor. That's why they were breaking apart.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that maybe makes sense. But I don't, at least and this could be total user error, I didn't really pick up on the fact that, I mean, we had been explained that his powers were dwindling, but it didn't really show, like, when they would be useful versus, like, when he was able to use them versus, like, not. Because there was, like, when he was protecting the crowd, he went, like, super speed and caught all the bullets. And then why didn't you just do that and punch everybody in the face? And then that's all the Golden Lord's taken care of. So, I don't know. It just seemed at least a little bit inconsistent, maybe just for the sake of the plot. Like, because that's just what the plot needed, was for him to be a little weak and get beaten up and then have this, like, moment with the transient man that had the meteor. So that was where I kind of like pulled out a little bit, but it was very, I mean, for what they had and what they did, I liked it.
Yeah, so. Especially 93.
Yeah,
that's a good point though. It almost does seem like it waned and even came back just based off of the convenience of what it needed to be in that plot. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and just jump in. It's a 3.5 for me.
Okay.
It is one of those things. Sorry to further what you were saying, where it almost kind of makes me feel like he was so powerful that they didn't know how the third act would actually unravel itself.
Sure.
Because you see this happen in the movie, and it's always something when movies do this. I'm always like, what are they thinking? It would be the equivalent of like if I am robbing a bank and then Superman comes down and one of my friends shoots at Superman and the bullet bounces off. Why am I going to continue to attack him? Why am I going to continue to antagonize this person that I can literally do nothing to? And so it's one of those things where you see like even the baby lords are still trying to antagonize him. Like, come on, we can all beat him. He can't get all of us at once. Yes, he can actually. That's the whole thing. It's the whole point, so much so to where it seemed like they needed to make his powers wane. Either to like make that final battle seem like there was actually something at stake. Mm-hmm. And so it seems like they kind of went with a blend of two ideas, almost like they were just going to say, one, he could just be totally depowered and he has to face this without it, or the villain could somehow get access to the powers as well, which is exactly
what they did.
Yeah. And so when it comes down to that, it's like you are seemingly like you're working based purely off of like what is going to be convenient in this moment. But even still, that said, still amazed by the things that they were able to accomplish. It is a funny movie, and I forgot how funny it was as well. And there is this one more thing that happens in the movie that I did want to touch upon. I had in my notes, and I don't know if this was intended because I don't know when this concept came about, but I read this book a few years ago called Black Fatigue. I forget the name of the author, but in it just kind of goes through like all of these ideas and these concepts as to what makes it difficult for African Americans as a marginalized group to try to gain any footing higher on the socioeconomic ladder, right? And one of the concepts that she brings into play is like how within Black families or Black communities, the idea that like it can be difficult to gain any progress because you are simultaneously trying to gain progress for yourself, but the other people in your community, your family, your friends, and things like that may not have the resources to be able to do that for themselves. So you're simultaneously trying to pull them up as well. But the thing is like resources are finite. So you'll be using those resources to help yourself only to a degree, but it's like, okay, I got to bring everybody else with me. And because those resources are finite, there's only so much that you can do. And it can be such a frustrating, just this cyclical thing that gets you nowhere. And that's what it almost kind of made me feel like as a topic that they were touching upon, with his abilities waning so quickly that the more that he tried to use it to like protect his community, the quicker everything drained, to the point where he just used this finite well to protect his people, and yet he wasn't really gaining any footing himself. Like, sure, people praise him for a degree, but behind his back, at a certain point, they're like, he needs to go. Like, he's causing too much trouble here for us. And it's just, I don't know, it's interesting because it is a obviously predominantly Black production. And so I just wonder if there was any of those thoughts kind of going into it. Like, what the fact, because you didn't have to go that route, right? You didn't have to go the route of his powers were fading. So why did you choose that? Like, was it supposed to mean something else?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Sorry, long-winded, but yeah, I love this movie.
Yeah, that's a good question, actually, because it kind of has that feeling of like the young dude that like, oh, he made it to the NBA, like he about to put us all on.
Yeah.
And I guess I would look at it as he was probably the losing the power. I would say probably the fact that he was losing the power, and then like at the end of the movie, it's kind of like confirmed that he loses the power. I would say maybe that was a way to just make it so that you didn't have to write a sequel. But I also do think it probably was a third act issue of being like, how do you take... It's the Superman problem, effectively, which is how do you make a compelling Superman story when he's so powerful? You either have to make someone way more powerful than him so that he looks like the underdog, or someone that's equal to him so that it's a clash of abilities, or he's depowered. Right? I mean, like, when we look at Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, that's almost the whole plot of it, is that she doesn't have her powers. So that's how she... I don't know about the movie, but the comic book, that's the case. And she doesn't have her powers, which makes it so that she has to be like Kara the fighter instead of Kara the super person, and still have to fix these like problems. I guess Robert's the only one that really knows that since he wrote it. But for me, 4 out of 5 Panharmonicons. I really actually don't understand why this movie gets like why the critics did not like this movie.
Right?
Yeah. To me, it is a pretty decent like superhero movie, and it fits directly in 1993.
Right.
Like I don't see the problem. I did see that I think it was Roger Ebert gave it 2.5 out of 4. So he was more positive than a lot of the other ones I've seen. But it's like, it's got that family friendly feel to it. He is a great role model. Like I thought like the story wasn't as strong as it probably could have been. It does have kind of a bit of an issue of just there being too many characters within it. Not the greatest CGI, but again, it was 1993. Sometimes I want to give that excuse, but then I remember that Terminator 2 exists. And Terminator 2 is just
that thing. That's just a different animal altogether.
so. Maybe they need to get their James Cameron money going, but
they only had 20 million. So
I mean, 20 million was probably a lot in 1993. That's neither here nor there. I really enjoyed this movie. I'm glad that you brought it back to our attention, Farron, because
was it?
Yeah, it was. You said Meteor Man and Punk Man.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
It was one of you two. I for sure did. So.
Because I genuinely hadn't seen this since I was like knee high.
Oh wow!
And so I really enjoyed being able to.
20 million in 1993 has the same purchasing power as roughly $46.1 million today.
Okay, and I guess just for funsies, what was the Terminator 2 budget?
Probably like 100 million or something like that. It'd be crazy if it was like $1 million.
Yeah. They did it on $5.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day had an estimated production budget between $94 and $102 million.
Okay. It's almost 5x.
Yeah. The massive price tag made it the most expensive film ever made at the time of its release in 1991.
Whoa, okay.
I feel like movies today would laugh at that price.
Right.
Like 102
That's it?
million, that's it.
All right,
It's a bargain.
Oh, wow. Sorry, Arnold was paid between 12 and 15 million for the film.
Hey, good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's almost paid as much as it took Meteor Man to make.
Yeah. Produce a whole movie.
He could have made a Meteor Man to himself.
Isn't that just oh jeez. The Christmas one.
Oh,
Jingle All the Way.
Yeah. That's Arnold's Meteor Man.
The Turbo Man.
Howie? I didn't know that was...
Man with a strong Austrian accent. You're also my husband? Jesus.
Who would have thought?
Anyway,
Oh, man.
that's what we thought of Meteor Man. Mm-hmm. What did you think of Meteor Man if you've seen it? Hopefully you have seen it and you didn't get upset by spoilers. If you can for us, if you're on YouTube, if you enjoyed this episode, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you have not already, please subscribe. Hit that subscription button. It'll give you more of us as we come.
Phrasing.
Yeah.
I said date my mom, so it's all good.
Spotify, if you can give us a rating of 1 through 5, and if you can give us a follow. More followers means more engagement on the Spotify apps. And hopefully that means we get to do more. I don't know what all you can do on Spotify. I mean, it's not like we're releasing albums or anything like that. But if you can comment on both platforms, what you thought about this movie, what other movies you'd like us to do, and trust me, we'll get them done.
Yeah.
But above all else, we want to thank you for watching another episode of Panharmonicon Studios Presents
Movie Podcast. Duh.
This has been Damon.
This is Andrew.
And this is Farron.
And thank you again.
Walk that catwalk, baby.
I was trying to think of like a sound. I was like, what sound does a meteor make? And I was like, nah, it's not going to work. There we go.
Shake that body. Shake that body. Shake.
But I move so fast, people think I'm flying. I used to be a boxer. I'm bad.
We understand you have a police record for attempted burglary, auto theft, running numbers.
So that's all behind me now. I know I was wrong. I spent 3 years in jail for that. I'm a different man now.